Glorious lovers, you are welcome to another online tutorial. In today's tutorial, you're going to learn how to make this beautiful Cairo cap. Let's go to the tutorial room. Thank you. So, glorious lovers, let's start the tutorial. The materials that will be needed for this trending, beautiful Cairo cap are my bead, matching thread and hand needle, my scissors, measuring tape, this tiny needle for beading. It's so tiny. This is it. I don't know if I can move it close to the camera. This tiny needle. Now, my half-inch foam and the fabric I'm going to use already cut out. I have 23 inches for the width, that is the edge circumference, and 20 inches for the length. Now, for the backdrop, the little backdrop that is there, I have 15 inches for the width and the length is 11 inches. For the weave that is on it, I have 30 inches for the length. The length is 30 inches and the width is 5 inches in three places. So for my foam, I have 3 inches for the width and 20 inches for the length. Now I'll fold the 23 inches into two on the wrong side. Velvet fabric. You can also use very light crepe fabric. So this is it. I've folded my 23 inches into two. So the next thing is I'll just take my chalk and make a curve. I hope you can see it. I just curve it. I did not measure it now. I'll take my scissors and just curve it out. So you can see the shape. I will open it up. And this is what I have. So now with the wrong side facing me like this and my edge circumference here, I will take my foam, which is 3 inches for the width and 20 inches for the length. I'll place it on it like this. Just get your midpoint and place it there like that, as if you are making your Zara cap. So move it up like this. Just like the way we stitch our Zara cap, I will stitch down from this end here down to this end. I will also stitch in such a way that I will make it so neat, my stitching down. So that's how I'm going to stitch it down. As we can see, I'm done stitching it down. This is it. So I'm done doing this. Now just watch what I will do. I will close it like this on the right side. I will pin it down here. So this is it. So I will take my tape rule and measure out from the beginning like this. I will measure out 7 inches. This is 7 inches. So I'll take it to my sewing machine now and stitch at the tip here. and stitch it down to where my 7 inches is on the right side like this. So when I'm done stitching, I will come and show us what next to do. So this is it. This is it. I've sewn it. So I stitched to where the 7 inches. I stopped at where the 7 inches is. So now I'll turn it to the wrong side. Turn everything to the wrong side. So I'll close this place up like this and stitch, making sure that this place is not showing at all. Beginning like this, down, 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 down to this place. I will stop here. So that is what I'm going to do now. So as you can see, this is what I have. So now I will put this aside like this. So as I'm done with that, I'll take this my 15 inches for the width and 11 inches for the length. I'll fold the 15 inches into two like this. Measure out, take my tape rule and measure out 1 inch each. So this is it. Then I'll take my scissors and just notch it out a little. So this is it. So I will take it to my sewing machine now and start from this one and sew it down just the way we sew our backdrop. I will sew it down. Once I'm done sewing, I'll take another one and sew down. I'll take till I get to the end, till I get to the end here. Just watch what I will do now. So as you can see, I'm done sewing this. I'm done sewing it straight. So now the next thing now is to fold it with the right side facing me. I'll fold it into two. So and get the midpoint with my chalk. So this is it. This is the midpoint. So I'll take my needle and thread and just make a running stitch on where I marked. Just pick the top like that. And where I marked. So this is what I've done. I did not pick the first one. The first one here, the edges, I just left those ones. So now the next thing now is to close one side. One side, just look at what I will do. I'll just fold it to the wrong side like this place, making sure that this place is equal. I'll stitch from this end down to this end. I will not close it. I will leave like ½ inch here. So this is it. I close one side up here. So this is how it's going to look at. And remember, I did not finish it up. I left an opening. I left an opening. When I was sewing, I left an opening here. So I just have this piece here of about 2 inches by 4 inches. I'll close it on the wrong side like this and sew it out and turn it out. I've sewed it and turn it out. Now I'll take this and just fix it inside this hole. So this is how it's going to be. With the sewn part facing me, this is the sewn part. This is the sewn part. So I'll take it and stitch down. So I've sewn it and cut off the excess, then I'll turn it out. So after turning it out, I'll move this sewn part inside to the wrong side like this. So this is it. So this place now, you can take your needle and thread from this side and just tack it down so that this place will be like this. So this is it. So look at it. I'm done. You can see the way it is. So I'll put this aside now and take the next thing to do. So the next thing is to take this my 5 inches by 30 inches. The 5 inches by 30 inches that is in 3 places. This 3. So what I will do with it now is I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch from one end on the wrong side like this down to the other end like this. So I'll sew it like this. I'll sew the 3 and turn them out. So when I turn them out, I will join them together. I'll stitch them together like this to make it in 3 places like this. Then I'll come back to show us what to do with it. So I'm done. I'm done stitching the 3 of them, and I turn them out and I join them together. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is to weave them together. You're going to need somebody to hold it for you so that you can weave very well. But let me just show you because I'll still go off camera and weave very well. So just to weave like this. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'll weave it. When I get to the mouth, I will use my needle and thread to tack it together. I'll come back to show us what I've done. So you can see I'm done weaving it. This is the remaining one. I don't want to cut it off behind camera, so I just want you to see. So the 30 inches, so this is it. So I weave it very tight. So now the next thing I will do, so is to take the body of my cap that I've sewn already. So I'll fix it on it. Just watch the way I'm going to do it. This is it. From where the foam is. So I'll pin down. So make sure you place it at the middle, unless you want to change your own style from what I'm making. At this point, I would like to cut off the excess. So this is it. So I'll take my needle and thread and tack it down round. I'll tack it down. I'm available for online tutorial. If you are interested, if you want to know more, you can message me on my WhatsApp that is displayed on the screen. So as you can see, I'm done tacking down my weave to my turban base. So this is it. And thread and make my running stitch at the back of the base. Now the difference here now is that the running stitch will be done in front, not at the back, the way we usually do our running stitch. So the running stitch now will be done in front, starting from the tip here. Starting from the tip here. So make my running stitch here now till I get to the band area. This is the band. This is where I have my form. But I will not come down like this. I will just take like 1 inch out of the band area. So I will continue with my running stitch till I get down there. You can see I've gotten to the band area now. So I'll just take a little here. That's all. Then I will drag my running stitch down. So this is what I have here. For me to always secure whatever I do, I always like to double it. So this is it. Now that I'm done tacking it, I'm cutting it out. So this is going to be. So now the next thing I'm going to do now, you can see the way it is. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take this my dummy head. I'll put it on it. See the way I'm putting it on it. So I'll let it fall like this. Because I still want to gather, I don't want anything loose here. I still want to gather together these loose places. I want to gather it together. So you just arrange it very well. And I will take my needle and thread and just try as much as possible to just make rough running stitch at the back here. See the way I put it on mine. I'm just trying to create space here. That is why I put it on the dummy head, to create space so that when somebody uses it, even if the person makes hair, it will still be able to accommodate it. But I'm trying to work on this excess here. I don't want it to be too much. So just make something like running stitch to gather it together. See? So I've gathered it together like this. As I've done it very well, I'll just knot it and cut it off. Cut the remaining needle and thread. Cut it off. So this is it. From the middle of this place, we measure out 2.5 inches. The other side too, from the midpoint here, we measure out 2.5 inches. So with this now, look at, can you see the place? So that's where I'm going to place this my backdrop. So you can just use your chalk just to make rough sketch of where I'm going to put my backdrop. This is how I want to put my backdrop. That is how I'm going to place my backdrop on it, like this. So the measurement for this place now is 5 inches. So all I need for the back of this my backdrop now is 5 inches. And what do I have here? I have 13 inches. So I will take my needle and thread and make a running stitch to like 5 or 6 inches. So you can see what I'm already having. All I need here is 5 to 6 inches down here. I have 5.5 inches here. So I will stop it there and just tack my needle and thread so that you can stop it there. So now the next thing now is to take this my turban cap like this. Just leave it there on the mannequin when you are doing it. Leave it there on your dummy head. So look at, I'll flip it to the wrong side like this on it. So I'm going to pin it down first. You have to pin down. Okay. So you pin it down like that, following the mark that you have made. So I follow the mark I've made and I pin them down like that. So after pinning like that, you flip it over to see what you have done, to check if we are okay with what I'm saying, with what you are saying. So you can see I'm okay with what I'm saying. I think I like it. If there's any way you want to adjust, you have not tacked, you just pin down. So you leave this down like that as it is. We are working on this place first. That's where we are working on. So now with your needle and thread, that is what you are going to use to tack everywhere you have pinned. You use your needle and thread to sew it down because you cannot take it to your sewing machine again. So you flip it over back to where you put it. Then you tack around. I'll do my own tacking. I will do my own tacking. I will tack it down. My thread is almost finished. I'll just use the little thread. I'll tack it down. Then the tacking is what you're going to use to fix the back in place. So you have to tack down very well. Just follow how you have pinned it down. So my thread has finished. I will change my thread and tack down. When you get to this place, you pass your needle in between, come out and tack to this place. So let me tack to this place and come back to show us what needs to do. I'm done tacking it like this. So this, so you bring it back down. When you bring it back and you see that what you get here is not straight, lose it and do it again. You will definitely get it. So now that I've flip it over like this, I will let me remove it like this. So this is what I will do. Put this inside, fold this inside. Let it be the same level with the body of your cap. Fold it inside. Fold it inside. Then you pin down. Any adjustment you see you want to make, flip it inside and let's see. So this is it. So I will take it to my sewing machine now and stitch from this end like this, like this, like this, down to this place. So when I'm done sewing it down, I'll come back to show us our beautiful cap, how it looks like. So I'm done sewing this side. I tuck it in and I sew it down. So this is our cap. See how beautiful it is. See the inside, very neat. So now the next thing now is to bead on the weave. I will bead on this place. I will bead down here. Then I think I will bead here to cover this place up. I might bead round. So this is it. This is the needle. The needle number 12 is the needle, the tiniest needle. So, and this is the bead I want to use on it. So I will start the beading. I will come and show us before I finish. I will come and show us what I'm doing. So this is it. I'm still weaving. I'm still beading it. I'm almost done. So I beaded all of this place, and just a single bead here. You can make it full depending on what you want. Then you can also bead this down. So this is it. So this is the bead I'm using. My bead is almost finished. So this is it. It's just to finish up this little part of it. So let me put it on the mannequin for us to see what we have done. It can be rocked like this, or this is it. You can see how beautiful it is. So you can also bead this place round. So this is it. Thank you for staying tuned to Glorious Edworks. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new to this channel, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. Stay tuned to Glorious Edworks for wonderful tutorials. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.